Hello, this is Will over at MCG Tech Talk, and today I'm going to talk about this little Dell right here. This is the Dell XPS 9370 13-inch laptop. This is a tiny little guy. It only weighs 2.68 pounds. It comes with a 52 milliamp hour battery, and this thing is amazing. Like it's small. This is because of the apples and the airs and everything else. But I really like what Dell's done with these. I've seen these evolve over the years, and I've liked the way that this thing has turned out. On the side, though, on both sides, there are not a whole lot of ports, but the ports that are there are actually really cool. On this side here, you have two Thunderbolt 3 ports, which does everything. It does charging, it does display, it does pixels and all those other things. So that way you can plug in your external drives. This is going to be the port of the future. Unfortunately, everything has to be able to be backwards compatible. So this comes with a single adapter to go from the Type A to essentially the Type C, which is cool. On the other side, it comes with a USB 3.1 adapter. I don't know if you're going to be able to see these little guys here. And it has a little micro SD card slot, so that way you can expand the storage that you have in here. And a headphone jack, which is cool, because everybody likes headphone jacks still. One of the things that I really liked about this was the screen. This has got to be one of the shiniest, little fanciest screens I've ever seen. This model here has a 4K resolution screen on it using the iInfinity, so it's almost bezel-less. They're getting as small as possible. One thing that they've done to try to make it bezel-less and make it just a little thinner, I believe, is putting the little webcams down here. That leads to several unflattering pictures of you if you try to do it. So you're gonna have to want to angle this up a little bit, and maybe if you're trying to take selfies from it, you're gonna have to be like this, because down here you're gonna look a little freaky. Now, if you take a look at it, there's actually two cameras. One is a 720p webcam, and the other one is an infrared cam to allow for Windows 10 Hello functionality, which is pretty cool. I actually like Windows Hello. Just being able to look at it and it, bam, logging you in and everything is always really nice. There's a lot of mics on here, so the sound quality is really good. One thing is this button, this power button. I'm happy that it's not part of the keyboard, because I've never been a fan of that. I always prefer a dedicated button, no matter how unfancy you think it looks. It is a little close to the delete key, but if you're going to put your computer to sleep, you can definitely tell the difference between a delete and a power down, so you won't accidentally try to be deleting your misspelled word and shut your computer down. This model comes with an i5 8250U, which is the mobile processor. It comes with 4 cores, 8 threads. It has 8 gigs of RAM in it and a 256 M.2 drive, which is super cool. One thing I like about it is it's actually not part of the motherboard. So if you want to upgrade the M.2 drive, you're not SOL. You can pop it out and then put a new one in and then go on. The RAM is part of the motherboard though, so if one of the RAM memory slots goes bad, you're gonna have to get the whole motherboard replaced. Speaking of the motherboard on this thing, get it the right way. All of this is battery, and the motherboard is an itty bitty little baby guy, which is super cool. But anytime you have the miniaturization of things, you're going to run into potential problems, because, like I said, you can't replace RAM, you can't replace the CPU, you can't do anything like that. So if you do get a Dell XPS 13, I do recommend getting an extended warranty on this one, 3 to 5 years, including all the accidental damage and all that good stuff. Just because if this thing dies, it's there's nothing really anybody can do except try to just call Dell and have them take care of it. The screen, as pretty as it is, comes with Gorilla Glass 4, which is very scratch resistant, but it's brittle. It's kind of like a diamond. It won't scratch, but it will shatter very easily. So you want to take care of this guy. You don't want to throw it in your purse and then or your backpack and go crazy on it, because this is a high end machine. This is as small as it is. You don't want to go nuts with it. You're looking at probably 2 to 3 hours of battery life if you're going nuts on this thing. If you are pushing the RAM, the CPU, the hard drive in it, if you're pushing this thing as fast as it can go and crunch as many numbers as you can, you're probably going to go out 2 or 3 hours. But if you're watching videos on this thing, 1080p videos, Netflix, things like that, you're probably going to get 8 hours of this. So I would think that charge it once at night, and then you should be good to go all day. We'll have to see if anybody is complaining over time about it not lasting as long as it should. But looking at the specs and looking at some battery tests, it should last you all day on a single charge, which is super cool. It is a little small. 13 inches is kind of rough, especially for a 4-inch screen. If you boot one of these up and then look at the display settings, you're going to see that Windows has turned everything up, has magnified everything up 300%. Because if you were to try to use this at a non-magnification level, it's going to be so small and everything is going to be really, really, really hard to do. But man, the screen is pretty. I mean, you probably don't want to render videos on this in Adobe if you're going to do this, but if you are, lightly editing videos or pictures or just looking at pictures, just watching good videos, high def videos, this thing is going to look amazing. I wonder how long before we just start carrying around phones that look like this, because this feels like where we're getting to. There's not much to say. The screen, the trackpad feels real nice. Let me turn this around. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me put it over by my mouth. Clicking. Oh my god, clicking. I love clicking. I do wish it was physical buttons, but I know that that's not the way that everybody wants it to be. So I can't really complain. I can. I just did, but at least getting the physical clicking and hearing that's super satisfying for tactile feedback. Little chiclet keyboards. I mean, it's no mechanical keyboard, but these things do feel real nice typing on, and since it's a standard layout, you're gonna do good by this. I feel like these little chiclet buttons have been a staple for Dells for a long time. Page up and page down are over here, which I guess is a concession to try to keep it smaller. I've always preferred them up here, but that's because I fat finger things all the time. So I know I'm gonna try to press right, and I'm just gonna page down all the time on this thing. But really, man, this is a good laptop. If you have the money for this and you need a laptop, you're not going to be missing out on this. Unless, if you do heavy gaming, yes, but if you are, some executive, or you do a lot of work at home or things like that, and you want something lightweight, powerful, that will get you through the day, this guy's going to do you great. I prefer 17 inches on my laptops, but that's because I'm a gamer, and the bigger screen, better. But man, could you I'm just imagining this quality in something that has like a 1060 or even a 1070 in it would be phenomenal. But that's not here. That's neither here or there. This thing really is a superb product, and I'm really good job, Dell. You did a really, really good job.